What is up, and welcome back to JaxsonMedia. I am Josh Jackson, and today we are going to be looking at the Tyler Robinson trial for the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So let's get into it. So let's play back some of the video, and I will go over it as it's playing.
It's a public record and should be published. And so the state's position is that it should be published here in the courtroom, and it should be published in such a way that the media can capture it on video.
Your Honor, we just object to the publication of this for all the reasons we argued yesterday. We think this video is going to play a big role.
So far, what I've
in
noticed
the
is
trial,
the defense
and
is having a hard time.
Allow the public to see it now.
It's like the
would,
defense isn't
seriously
able
impact
to
our ability to get
cross-reference
fair
a lot
trial,
of
and we're
these
asking the court
evidence
not to
that
publish
the
it.
Having
prosecutors
taken into
are
consideration
submitting.
all factors, the court rules that Exhibit 12.4 is admitted into evidence and shall be played in the courtroom and may be broadcast by the media. And we can proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Agent Hall, before we actually watch State's Exhibit 12.4, I have just a few questions. Yesterday, you testified at the very beginning of your investigation that you focused on the video that captured the shooter on the top of the Low-C building. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I'm assuming
You
this
also
guy
testified that you
is
began by working your way.
the guy who
and
created a
this is what
timeline
I
and went
remember
over
you
all
saying,
the
so correct me if
camera
I'm wrong.
footage.
But you, in essence, testified that you began with that video and you started working your way backward and forward with the UVU surveillance video in an effort to trace the shooter's steps on campus. Is that right?
Correct. When the shooting occurred, and as the officer testified, there was a video of an individual on the roof at the time of the shooting. And so the philosophy that we applied was to take what we knew and then work that forward through the timeline and backwards through the timeline to try and establish where the individual had gone from the rooftop or how the individual had come to be on the rooftop.
In reference, I believe, to what's marked State's Exhibit 21, that you believe Mr. Robinson visited campus at least 4 times on the 10th and the 11th.
Correct.
And I think you reaffirmed that today. Did you
So
do
he
the-
visited
did
the
you do
campus
same
4 different times.
attempt, that is, to track Mr. Robinson through UVU surveillance video during each of those 4 visits?
Yes.
Or those other 3 visits, I guess.
Yes, on each occasion, we attempted to follow the movements of the individual throughout campus.
And did you in fact see Mr. Robinson on campus in surveillance video that is not included in State's Exhibit 12.4?
Yes, there is additional footage of him on campus, yes.
Okay. I'm going to have displayed on your monitor. Do you recognize what's displayed on your monitor?
Yes, it's footage from the university that was provided to us, particularly of the parking structure.
Okay. Does it appear to be State's Exhibit 12.4?
It does, yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have this video run. And then if you don't mind, as it's running, I'm probably going to be asking you some questions. And so this video has no audio, is that right?
No, there's no audio on the cameras.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start the video.
It is, so it is admitted and may be published to the screens.
Once again, some
And,
grainy footage.
I want to make sure it's on your screen, Agent. All right. All right. Mr. Sturgill, you may proceed.
Appreciate that, Judge. Thank you. Go ahead. Okay, what are we seeing here, Agent Hall?
That's the
So for
vehicle
someone going
that's believed
to
belong to Mr. Robinson arriving in the
assassinate
parking garage
someone,
on
this guy
campus.
has to be the
Okay, at what
dumbest
time in the morning?
individual
What
just
time
to
of the day?
bring his
It's
car into a
approximately
parking
8:30
garage.
in the morning on September 10th, 2025.
And what leads you to believe that this particular vehicle belongs to Mr. Robinson?
Information that was provided regards to driver's license and Department of Motor Vehicle records. The vehicle fits the description of a vehicle owned by Mr. Robinson.
Is there anything unique about that vehicle that stands out to you?
The shape of the vehicle is very distinct, but predominantly the wheels were very
Oh, the
distinctive on
wheels.
this version of the vehicle.
It's a Dodge Challenger.
Now
They
what do
made
we see?
millions of those cars.
The driver of the vehicle exits the vehicle and then walks on foot to exit the parking garage. It's the individual in the red
So he
t-shirt
comes
and
walking
the
in.
shorts and
Weird
the
thing is he's
shoes.
wearing a maroon shirt. Candace Owens
And do
mentioned
you
that a
believe you
lot,
recognize who
that
that person
there's a
is?
lot of individuals that
Who
day
is that?
wearing
I
maroon
believe that's
shirts.
Tyler Robinson.
All right,
So
where
as you
does
see
he go
him
from
walk
there?
up there, he's wearing a maroon
He heads
shirt,
out
some
of the parking
shorts,
garage on foot
and some gray
into the
Converse.
campus.
And he's wearing a
And
backpack.
actually
I
goes
mean,
to the
once
quad
again,
area
as
of
you
the
see him coming
campus.
down the stairway,
At
you
that
can't
time, he
even
makes
tell
contact
if that's
with,
him.
Some representatives from TPUSA.
By quad area,
Sorry,
How do
the
you submit
amphitheater is
evidence
what I
without it being
previously referred it to.
100%
so he
factual
goes
that
about
that
campus,
is the
visits
guy?
the amphitheater area.
And
the
did you catch
courtyard or
that?
quad.
He said
Correct.
he went and met
and
with
then what do we
members
see here
of
now?
He
TPUSA.
returns on foot back to the same vehicle.
Now, if that ain't
And what time is
suspicious,
he returning back to the vehicle?
It's about
that don't help their
9:25
case at
a.m.
all. Yeah, that don't help their case at all, being, possibly involved with all this. And where was this member of the TPUSA all this time? Why hasn't he or she come out and said that, yeah, I met with him.
And where is this
He
parking
came up
structure
to me
located on campus?
hours beforehand.
It's just off of
That
Campus
seems a
Drive.
little odd too.
It's a short walk from the amphitheater.
So he shows up,
What do we
goes and
see
meets
now?
with TPUSA,
That's the vehicle.
comes back to
exiting
his
with
car
Mr.
and leaves.
Robinson driving the
What
vehicle.
was the purpose of that? Was he scouting stuff out? Was he looking around to see best vantage points, like seeing what time Charlie will be there? I'm curious at the conversation between him and the TPUSA member.
Now what do we see?
This is Mr. Robinson returning to the campus on foot from the neighborhood to the northeast.
Now, how do they know he's
You can
driving
see
that
he's wearing
vehicle?
the same clothing as in the previous
The
video.
vehicle's hard to see, more or less the
And he's
person
carrying
driving
a
the
blue
dang thing.
backpack.
Describe the clothing.
Candace mentioned this earlier. I
It's
seen a
maroon
post she
colored
made.
T-shirt.
But pay attention to his head height on
Gray
that
or
wall
olive
right
colored
there.
shorts.
Because
and
later on,
Converse
do a
shoes.
side by side.
And what time did he
So
return
this is
to
his
campus?
second time showing up to the
Just
campus.
after 10 a.m.
And does he leave the parking structure eventually?
He does, yes.
Okay. And during this visit, do you know where he goes after he leaves the parking structure?
Yes, we were able to track his movements on campus. He went to Chick-fil-A in the Sorensen
So he
building
shows up and buys some food.
and purchased some food.
Weird
sat and ate the
behavior for
food.
someone about ready to
Then-
assassinate somebody.
I'm sorry,
Where did he purchase the food from?
Chick-fil-A in the Sorensen Center.
And where is that in relation to
What is
the amphitheater
the
or
time on
the
this?
courtyard?
What's the time
It's
stamp?
kind of on the northeast side of the amphitheater. It would be on the upper back edge of the amphitheater, furthest away from where the tent was that
So
Mr.
the
Cook was in.
timestamp is
And from there, where
11:53
does he
on the
go?
video.
From there, he moves across campus, out across Campus Drive
that's what,
into a wooded
20
area
30
on
minutes
what would be
before
kind of the
Charlie
northeast
gets
side of
shot?
Campus Drive. Then returns back onto campus. We noticed at this point that he's no longer carrying the backpack that he was originally wearing. He moves through the Gunther building and the computer science building, and
goes where?
then, I'm sorry?
And then goes where?
Then goes across to the railing that gives access to the roof of the Losi building.
And from there?
From there, he comes back down the stairs and walks off campus from that point.
And about what time was that he left campus that second time? Do you know?
I believe it was approximately 11
So
a.m.
the
or
second
just
time he
after,
leaves campus
if I
was
recall.
11 and he
I could
shows back
verify
up
from my
at
notes if you need an exact
11:53.
time.
Were you able to refresh your
Dressed in
memory as far
different
as the
clothing.
time?
I was, yes.
And what time was it?
It was just prior to 11 a.m. when he walked off campus.
Okay. And before we go any further, the parking structure that he left initially, where is that parking structure in relation to the LDS Institute building?
I'm sorry, in relation to?
The LDS Institute building on campus?
I think it would be just to the north of the LDS Institute building, if I recall.
Do you recall whether it was adjacent to the LDS Institute?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. What do we see displayed here now? Go ahead.
This is a video of Mr. Robinson returning back to campus the same way that he did previously on foot.
And why, well, let me ask you this. You believe this is Mr. Robinson returning to campus?
I do, yes.
Okay. And why do you believe it's Mr. Robinson?
So he believes
shoes
it's
are the
Mr.
same.
Robinson.
And
No factual
the
proof
images
it's
that we
him.
have
Can't positively identify him,
From
but
my
it's just he
viewing and
believes
seeing
it's
Mr. Robinson
him
on the video,
because the
it's the
shoes
same
are the
person.
same.
He's noticeably wearing different clothing.
He is wearing different clothing, and he also is walking with
And right there,
a gait
look
or a
at
limp
him
in this video.
to that line on
With a
that
gait or
wall.
what?
A limp.
Are they about the same height?
Now, what do we see?
So this
Pay
is Mr.
attention to what
Robinson
leg
coming up
he's
the stairs of
limping
the
with.
parking structure.
Right here, he's limping with.
Again, he seems to be having issues walking.
So he's limping on his right
And
leg.
again, were you able to
right
track,
there, going up the
were you able to
stairs.
track Mr. Robinson when he leaves this parking structure?
Yes, we were able to.
Right there, it looks like both legs
So when
are
he leaves the parking
bending pretty
structure,
well.
where does he go?
He comes up around Campus Drive, as you
Let's
can see on the
rewind
video
that.
here.
Yeah, that's clearly limping on his right leg.
And again, were you able to track, were you able to track Mr. Robinson when he leaves this
Yeah, and
parking
clearly
structure?
right there, he's walking,
Yes, we were able
limping
to.
on his left leg.
So when he leaves the parking structure, where does he?
There is a cut through there north of the Losi building, and that's Mr. Robinson coming up the sidewalk. He has the noticeable gait or limp in his walk. And then he moves south across the front of the Losi building.
On the sidewalk?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
He would be the rear of the two individuals in this particular video.
All right. So right now, if we were to break this picture into quadrants.
I mean, look at this
where
footage. You
where
can't
would
even
he
see
be?
the guy.
Who'd be in the top left quadrant, walking to the left of the image.
Now what do we see?
Look at this grainy old footage.
This is
man.
an image looking across the parking lot to the Losi building, and Mr. Robinson is appearing on the exterior staircase,
you
which
submit
gives
something
access
like
to
that in the
the
court?
Losi building roof and the area where the
That
railing
should
was.
be like just thrown out.
And again, let's break that image
It's
into
inconclusive. I
quadrants.
mean, that
Where
doesn't
would it be
show or
located
really
if you broke it
prove
into
anything.
quadrants?
It's in the top right, and the individual can be seen moving under the notations that are on the video.
Okay. And what time is this?
It's just afternoon, about 12:15
On what day?
on September 10th, 2025.
What just happened, or what did we just see happen?
The individual actually kind of rolls over the railing onto the roof of the
Yeah,
Losi
that little
building.
black
Alright.
speck over there, that's him rolling over the railing.
And again, in the top left corner, the individual is now seen running across the rooftop of the Losi building to what would be the southwest corner of the building, crouching down and then crawling to the
How do
corner
you
of
see
the
him
building.
crouching down? I barely could see him. Just a little black speck.
And this is at what time?
Around 12:23.
How do you even say that's him?
I think the timestamp on the video is 12:22.
On the
I
10th?
really hope they have some better
On
evidence
September
than this.
10th, yes,
So
2025.
we're clear, this is the roof.
Because
of
this
the
is just
Losi
going to
building.
feed into
Correct.
more conspiracy. This don't help. This
Can you
don't help
still
their
see
case
that
at all.
individual?
In my
Yes, you
personal
can,
opinion,
lane prone.
it don't help at all.
You believe this to be Mr. Robinson?
I'm sorry?
You believe this to be Mr. Robinson?
I do, yes.
And how long is he out there on the edge of the building?
Just until the reported shot was fired at 12:23 and 28. The individual then stands up and then moves across the building to the
So
north.
he says the
Is that what
original
we're seeing
shot was
happening right
fired
now?
at
It is, yes.
12:23.
They move behind the
Timestamp here is
atrium area on the rooftop to the northeast corner where the white triangle is.
timestamp here 12:23. So 20 minutes
Do you
have
see
gone by
Mr. Robinson now?
since he
I do, yes.
returned.
He's just arriving at the corner of the building, almost the top center of the image.
Oh yeah, this just is him running across the
What are we seeing
building,
now?
jumping down.
And Mr. Robinson lowering and jumping off of the roof of the Losi
Get the
building onto the
photo
grass
so
area,
grainy you can't see if
and
he's
then moving
carrying
away towards
anything.
Campus Drive.
For all we know, he could be running because
He
of the
appears
shot
to be
went
carrying
off.
some kind of an object in his hand at this time.
So basically, this evidence isn't really much of evidence at this point.
So he's approaching,
Campus Drive.
and again, broken into quadrants. Where is he currently?
Be in the top right quadrant.
And the time?
It's 12:24 and 42 on the timestamp.
What do we see now?
He then crosses Campus Drive and drops down into the wooded area on the far side of Campus Drive.
And that is located in what part of the video? What quadrant?
It would have been just off center on the top left side.
What do we see now?
Oh yeah,
This
and
is the
this
intersection
footage
of
the
Campus
same
Drive and
car
800
showing up.
South. There's a vehicle attempting to turn
midnight.
right onto Campus Drive.
Why would he come back?
That's the vehicle
This is
that's
the
driven
fourth
by
time he
Mr.
comes
Robinson.
back. Why would he come back at midnight?
On the screen, where is that vehicle that you're referring to located? If you broke it into quadrants.
It's on the left side, on the upper side. the upper
Now,
quadrant.
is that the point where he was coming back to try to retrieve the gun? Because
what
I
do we see?
believe, if I remember
That vehicle's
correctly,
now pulling
they said
away
that he tried to
and heading east on
retrieve the
800
gun
South.
during the daytime.
And why do you believe that that vehicle is Mr. Robinson's vehicle?
When that vehicle was stopped,
What's
it
the
actually
point
made
of
contact
returning
with
to
an
campus
officer who was
at
doing security
12:30
detail.
at night?
And do you know who that officer is? or
Officer
was?
Goforth,
Okay, and do you know which department he works for?
Spanish Fork, please.
And did you have a conversation with Mr. Goforth regarding this interaction at that intersection?
I did, yes.
Okay, and what time was that interaction? I'm sorry, did I ask you that?
It was approximately 12:30 a.m.
On the 11th?
on September 11th, 2025.
So you talked to Officer Goforth about that contact on the corner on that, during the early morning hours of the 11th.
Correct.
And what did Officer Goforth tell you about that interaction?
It was an interaction that, I guess cop intuition, but there was something about the interaction that made him make a note of the license plate of the vehicle. And then subsequently, when information was available that that vehicle or a vehicle matching the description of that was involved in the incident, he ran the information that he had obtained
Oh, how
from the stop
convenient,
and
huh?
was able to identify that it
12:30
was
at night, the officer just so happens
registered
to
to
take
Mr.
down
Robinson, and he had in
license
fact
plate
had contact
number.
with Mr. Robinson on the morning of September 11th,
and
2025.
remembers, oh, I had contact with
The
that
information
car.
that he ran, do you know what information when you say that, he ran information,
Yes, he ran a partial plate.
a license plate?
Correct.
And based on that partial license plate, he was able
Partial
to
plate.
identify the owner of that vehicle?
Yes,
And did he tell you who the owner of that vehicle was?
he did, yes.
Okay, and who did he tell you that it belonged to?
Said there were two registered owners of the vehicle, Tyler Robinson and an Amber Robinson.
Did he say anything about the person that he actually interacted with?
Yes, it was a male that he believed to be Tyler Robinson.
That he believed to be Tyler Robinson.
So you were involved in this investigation from September to March, basically.
Yes,
And your new position at Post, what is your new position?
I'm an investigative sergeant.
So you investigate potential wrongdoing of police officers?
Correct.
Okay. So when you were first brought into this case in September, is it my understanding from your testimony that you were not engaged in any way with this event prior to getting a call after the shooting? Is that correct?
Correct.
Does the SBI on occasion assist other agencies with preparing for big events like this or not? Is that not typically something you do?
Not something that I've ever been involved with, no.
Okay. And what time
So this
did
is
you
this guy's
arrive
first time
on
being
campus
involved
that
with
day?
something like this.
I believe it was shortly after 1:30.
So approximately an hour
So
after
it's his first time being involved with something like this.
Mr.
Why
Kirk
would
had already
you?
been removed from the,
Approximately, yes.
okay.
What is this guy's
And were you
credentials to
involved
be put onto a
in,
case like this?
In putting up any drones into the air? Were you part of that or were you not
It's
involved in
not,
it?
no.
So how quickly after you arrived on scene did you become aware that you were actually going to be in charge of the scene?
I believe it was approximately an hour after, so what would have been approximately 2:30.
So for the first 2 hours, you were not in charge?
For the first 2 hours, I didn't arrive till 1:30, so no.
Okay. And once you came from on high that you were basically going to be in charge of the scene, what was your first priority? What were you focused on?
We were focused on, through our major crimes team and our lieutenant, putting together an investigative team and developing initial assignments and a plan as to what we were going to do moving forward.
And part of that is protecting any potential forensic evidence that may be found on the scene. That's clearly important, right?
Correct.
Preserving the scene, right?
Correct.
But it sounds like that's not
Something
really
they
your
definitely did
area.
not
That
do,
was more maybe
preserving that
Agent
scene.
Falmina's area.
Everything about
Agent
that scene
Salmina was
is
assigned
been
to
corrupted.
process and document the crime scenes.
from the
It was my
microphones to the
understanding that
chair
the known
to the
scenes at that
lawn
time,
to the
amid the
cameras.
chaos, had been contained and had been secured by the on-campus officers who were already on scene.
And what's your understanding of what the known scenes were? In other words, the area where there might potentially be evidence that you needed to process.
I know that the amphitheater area was cordoned off and managed as best it could with the number of people that were there. I was also made aware that there was a rooftop area that had been secured, and also an area off of the side of that building that had been secured by an officer.
And that building was the Losi building.
Correct.
Wasn't there also a bullet found on another building?
I believe an unfired bullet had been found on another building at some point during my time there on September 10th.
So
Which
hold on right
building
there.
was that, sir?
Another bullet has been found on top of another building, and they completely dismiss it.
I don't recall.
Was that considered a scene that was worth preserving?
Of course
it was
not. It
not.
wasn't worth.
My recollection is that that was accounted for as an ejected cartridge from an officer who had
an
cycled his
ejected
rifle.
cartridge from an officer.
Okay, I thought you said it was an unfired bullet, and now you're
That's-
saying it was a
that's correct.
cartridge?
When a weapon is cleared,
Uh-huh.
an officer would make his rifle ready, which would chamber
So
around.
how often do
Oh, I got you.
officers leave
My understanding was that that's how that was accounted for.
bullets just
So a
laying around?
officer claimed
Don't
if
they have
that
to
bullet
account
belonged
for every
to him
bullet
or
in
her?
their gun?
That's my recollection, is that was how it was accounted for.
And
That
when
just seems
was that
weird.
accounted for?
Seems off.
I don't know specifically.
Do you remember what type of bullet that was?
I don't.
Oh,
Was it a
shocking.
30-06? Do you remember?
I don't.
Okay. Do you know where that bullet is now?
I don't.
Okay.
Of course you don't.
So you had the amphitheater area that had to be preserved.
So they found a bullet on top of a roof. Apparently an officer claimed it was his, but yet they don't mark it as evidence or anything. Someone was just shot and they find a bullet on top of a roof and they don't mark it as evidence. They just dismiss it completely.
Stretch the entire amphitheater or just the area around the tent or what?
My understanding was the entire amphitheater area was cordoned off, and there were attempts to secure the campus itself with a perimeter of officers who were monitoring or preventing people coming and going.
When you arrived on the scene, were you aware that an individual had been taken into custody?
I had heard that, yes.
Did you ever have any interaction with that individual?
I did not.
And were you advised at any point that that person was no longer a person of interest?
Information was passed down that the individual was not considered to be a suspect in the shooting.
And when was that, time-wise?
I don't recall specifically, but I know I was on campus when I had heard.
So whoever arrested him as a potential suspect got that wrong. He wasn't the actual suspect, right?
Sorry, got what wrong?
That he was the shooter.
The person I believe to be the shooter was not the individual who was taken into custody, correct?
And then was there anybody else taken into custody as a person of interest?
There were several people who were detained for questioning and who were interviewed throughout the investigation.
And none of those people were ultimately, they were all ultimately cleared by you or somebody connected with you?
Correct.
And were there any other guns confiscated on the scene that day?
There were other firearms that were located on the scene, yes.
Okay, pause right there. Pause it. So they found multiple handguns and other weapons on campus that day? So how many people showed up with guns? Like, who brings a gun to school And did they check these guns at all? Did they look at them? Did they see what calibers they were? Did they see if they have been fired recently? Like, there's so many holes in this investigation. It's unbelievable. It's like, nope, we know it was the guy on the roof. Who cares about all these other weapons? That grainy footage definitely showed us it's him. Ah, did you see? He walked in with a limp. That's the guy. Okay. So this is the footage from the day that Charlie was shot. Now, they already rushed Charlie out of there to drive him to a hospital that was further away. Took, longer than it should have. Driving 100 miles an hour. We've all heard that story. But look right here. There's a paramedic running through. So they rushed Charlie out of there when there's paramedics on scene.
We have multiple eyewitnesses saying that Charlie Kirk has been shot in the neck and that they saw blood spray.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. But I noticed something in this footage. All the guys standing around that tent. This crime scene is so contaminated at this point. Look, the police officer is messing with the microphone. So if the exploding mic theory was or is true, that microphone is completely, contaminated. Officer touched it. Then you have the creepy guy that took the cameras down. Look at him. Oh, I can't reach. Let's grab the chair. Once again, contaminating the crime scene. And then all these armed guys. Who are these guys? I mean, he's got a gun. I mean, they look like thugs. They look like gangsters. Who are these guys?
Safety team is here. I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie
And then
Kirk,
you have
has been
I
shot.
believe his name is Terrell
Charlie Kirk got
Farnsworth
hit.
or whatever.
That's what the security detail just said.
Taking down the cameras. But one thing I noticed is these guys right there they start looking for something in the grass.
Okay, you were only on the second person. I was asking.
And I'm curious too, what are they looking for? That whole crime scene is contaminated. And why would they pave over it? I mean, look how he's holding the gun.
My son just messaged me and says that Charlie Kirk.
You need to leave.
Yes, sir.
But what are these guys looking for down there? In the grass? Could it be fragments of that exploding mic theory? Is there a bullet casing from somewhere close by?
Hang on.
Because they go over there, they have a little powwow, and then they start searching around in that area in the grass.
I'm gonna hang up and call him because
It's like, what are they looking for? You see those two guys down there? I mean, what are they looking for?
Stay with me.
Anybody have video of what went?
Somebody got a picture of the guy that got arrested.
Is that the guy they cuffed?
You see him looking down, looking around, like, what are they looking for?
I saw a guy down there they cuffed and hauled off.
There was a guy down here getting video. There was people up there videoing down that definitely must have got a whiteout vein.
I mean, they're clearly looking for something.
For sure.
My son here.
What is it?
Hitting the neck or the chest.
Yeah.
Bullet
I've heard
casings?
mostly the neck, but I've heard chest a couple times.
There's I talked to one of the officers.
Fragments of something? I just find that odd.
Yeah.
That's almost like it was set up.
And who are those guys?
The second
School
speaker was the one
security?
talking about guns.
You think that they'd have some type of identification, though. They just look like normal people holding guns.
Yeah, that does sound.
But I just wanted to show you that because I found that very interesting. And I will make some more videos as the trial goes on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I will catch you on the next one. Love ya. Peace.